Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Michaela and I make adult coloring videos here on this channel, and today I'm going to be doing my Q1 coloring update. I initially wanted to do this video as like a Q1 update of my 5 books to finish, but then I realized that it'd be kind of fun to just throw in some other coloring stats as well and update that as the year goes on, so that way I can kind of see where I'm at each quarter and see like how many total pages I've completed since the beginning of the year and like how many buddy colors I've done, things like that. So I wanted to kind of separate this video into a couple different parts, I guess, within this video, and do part of the video being like, oh, here are my my stats up until this point in the year, and then also my 5 books to finish. And a spoiler alert on the 5 books to finish, I'm not doing great on it, but you know what, that's okay. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's why this setup is the way it is. I have like an index card here because I don't want you guys like 100% seeing this side quite yet. But then I have this big piece of paper here to like slowly show you guys other things. So anyways, I'm going to start off this video by telling you guys my stats for the year so far in regards to just my coloring. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get right on into it. I also just want to say quickly that at the end of this video, I'll kind of flip through all of the 5 books to finish and just show you guys what I have done in it so far. So that'll be at the end of the video, but let's get into Q1 coloring update. This is going to be kind of a fail. I don't really know how I'm going to do this, but anyways, so let's start here. And actually, will zooming in help? I think it will, but I need to like, there we go. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Okay, so Q1 coloring update. Total pages this year I have colored so far, 61 pages. Honestly, that's not bad at all for the first quarter of the year. It's 3 months worth. I didn't average, I should have put the average per month, and I didn't, but I'm assuming average being like, what, 20? Because 20, 40, 60, 3 months. I would assume the average is about 20 pages a month, which is not bad at all. So I've colored 20 pages, or colored 60 pages this year. I have done 14 buddy colors, which is pretty good considering I, like, up until end of last year, I wasn't doing a ton of buddy colors at all. And I'm still, like, very, very picky about which buddy colors I do, but, yeah, so I've done 14 this quarter. And then within the 61 pages, 49 of them have been color by number and 12 of them have been non-color by number. So if you guys couldn't tell, I've been very much into color by number, which is not a bad thing. I definitely in the second quarter want to do more non-color by number, and I feel like this month, a little bit so far in April, I've done a decent-ish job at that. But I do want to do more non-color by number, some more challenging pages, if you will. But I have done 28 Disney pages this quarter, this last quarter. When I say this quarter, I just mean last quarter, like the first 3 months of the year. But I've done 28 Disney pages, and if you guys are new to my channel, I count Disney pages only as the large Hatchet Heroes color by number Disney books. I don't count like anything non-color by number Disney or even the Pixel Disney books. I'm literally just counting the big 100-page books because eventually I want to complete them. So I'm kind of counting to see how many I do, to see kind of how many I do a month and things like that. So hopefully that made sense, but that is that. And I actually meant to grab my MTs and I totally did not grab them. And now I'm not going to, but I have 10 MTs. Basically, it is a mix of, I have a couple Ohuhu water-based brush markers. I have a couple Crayola Super Tips. I have like a couple Ohuhu alcohol-based brush markers. I apologize. I meant to grab those, and the goal is to show you guys the MTs in these videos, but at this point, I'm just going to toss them, but just know that I emptied out 10 markers, and I don't think there are any gel pens, so 10 markers in the quarter, which, not too bad, not too bad. I'm pretty sure, yeah, those are the only stats I have for the quarter, and, excuse me, basically, next quarter and moving on, I guess quarters 3 and 4, I will basically tell you guys quarterly how many I've colored, and then I'll add it to the previous quarter / quarters. And that way you can see, okay, so I colored 61 pages first quarter, and like, let's say 90 pages second quarter, I can combine them and say, oh, I've done total to the year this many. So that'll be the plan next time, but obviously that's like 3 months away. But that is my Q1 coloring update. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. And now let's talk about my 5 books to finish. So basically a couple years ago, and I don't remember who, and I'm really, really sorry about that, a YouTuber came up with an idea called the 10 books to finish tag, and a lot of people went in on it. I think it's a brilliant idea, but I personally could never finish 10 books, let alone the 5 that I have chosen for myself this year. So people have kind of taken it and made it their own. So I personally have 5 books to finish. I know some people do have 10, some people have 1. I had 1 last year, so it really just depends. But that's kind of what the 5 books to finish is. You just basically have a goal to attempt to finish however many books in a year. So let's start out with Disney Tsum Tsum Pixel Color by Number. I did 9 pages this quarter out of the 39 total pages, and so that means total that I have done in the book, because I'm counting the pages I did prior to the year, I have done 11 out of 39 pages in the book. I honestly didn't do the math to see if I'm like above goal, at goal, below goal. I can kind of tell though I might be a little bit low on this one, like 1 or 2 pages below on this one. That being said, I believe I'm doing like the best in this book right now. And I definitely will finish this book. That is like a huge goal, is this book specifically I really want to complete this year, and I will make a very good effort to finish it. So I am like 1 or 2 pages behind, nothing crazy. And that's only because in March I only colored 2 rather than 3 or 4. So that was simply the reason. Next book I have is Stone Mosaic Black Background, like 50 best images in one book. This quarter I colored 5 out of the 50 pages, but total I have 21 out of the 50 pages colored. Again, I'm behind maybe 2 or 3 pages on this book. I can't imagine me catching up would be that challenging, especially if I just sat down in an afternoon and just like knocked out 3 pages. I think it would work out totally fine. So maybe I'll make that a goal this quarter, is to just knock out a few extra pages so that way I can get back on track with this book. So I'm not as far behind as I first anticipated with this book, but I'm still like not exactly where I want to be. Let's see, World of Mice, and that's the last one on this, so I'll just take this off. World of Mice, I only did 1 out of 30 this quarter, but I have 22 out of 30 totally done. This is a book that was pretty much mostly complete. I have 8 pages left, and let's see, we have what, 8 months left of the year? Am I crazy? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We have 9 months left of the year. Haha. Okay, so I can't math easily in my head. So yeah, I will be able to finish this book as long as I do 1 page a month. Shouldn't be an issue, so I'm on track with that, right? That's a thing. Awesome. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna swap. Haha. And next we have 50 Safari Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. This book, honestly, I wish I had done this one a little bit differently. Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors does a thing where like half of her books, I believe, are, maybe she did this last year or maybe it's just this year, half of her books are like actual books and half of them are like an artist, and like their average amount of pages in a book, she's like just doing that artist. She did that with Camelia Angelkova, I believe. And I should have done that rather than focusing on one book, because I like 50 Safari Miniatures, but I definitely don't feel as inspired as I maybe should be to be coloring in it. So unfortunately this quarter, I've only done 1 out of the 51 pages, and I count the nameplate pages once, that's why it's 51, which means total I've colored 12 out of 51. I really don't think this is a book I'm gonna catch up on. I will try to keep coloring in it, and I'll keep filling out my little chart, and hopefully I'll get like maybe half of the book done this year. Obviously, we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. I just haven't been fully inspired to color in it, and that's okay. It is what it is. And then last, but certainly not least, we have 50 Country Chibis. That's by Alexandra Francis. I've only colored 2 out of 36 this quarter, and I've colored 6 out of 36. If you guys couldn't see a pattern, the color by number book's more on track than the non-color by number. Again, I'm hoping to maybe catch up somehow. I don't think it's completely impossible. This one I'm like 4 pages behind. Again, in an afternoon, can probably sit and do them. The pages are very simple, and I do really like the images. I just didn't color in it at all in February or March. I did my pages in January at like the very end of the month. I did them back to back. So like, I probably could catch up. and I might catch up, but we'll see. So those are the 5 books I have set myself a goal to finish, but then there are also 2 bonuses. So first we have my untouched books, and I am good on track with this. Basically, I just want to color in an untouched book from 2022. Basically one a month, and if I somehow go through every single book that I did not touch in 2022, I will move on to 2023 new buys. But for now, I'm not counting new buys as my untouched books because I want to color in things I did not touch in 2022 because I bought so many books in 2022 that I need to touch them. So basically, I have done 1 a quarter. That's great. Or 1 a quarter, 1 a month. So that's perfect. That's what I've wanted. I'm only counting it, like if I color in 2 untouched books, I will just count it as 1. So I have done it every single month, which is perfect. Love to see it. And then this is the last thing on this page, but oh my gosh, it's like flicked that. We have the 100-page Disney color by number books, and like I said earlier, I have done 28 out of 100 for the quarter, so I am ahead on this. That is the one I can say that I am ahead on, and that is thanks to January, because in January, I colored the shit out of these books. So yeah, I'm overall not like that upset by my stats. I think this is a decent start to the quarter. Obviously, like 50 Safari miniatures, kind of just like a fail. But if I look at it more like, I think there are more positives to how I'm going rather than negatives. And like at the end of the day, this is all just for fun. And if I meet these goals and I finish these books, that's great. And if I don't, I don't. Like, it's coloring. It's all fun. It's not my job, you know? So anyways, yeah, that is the update, and I guess let's get right into the just flipping of the coloring books and showing you guys what I have completed. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this okay. I was having trouble trying to get the camera back to where I wanted it, but this is the Stone Mosaic black background color by number book, and so basically the entire back half I just haven't done any in, but I have done some, and this is a page I did this month. I'm gonna just kind of do a quick. Actually, all of the pages are that way, but it's harder to flip. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick little flip of what I've done just because they're all in order. But again, not all of these were completed this year. But it's always fun just to see them all done. And they're all so pretty. They're all so colorful. I'm such a fan. And is that the first page? Yeah. That is Stone Mosaic black background. And then we have World of Mice. Again, I only did 1 page this quarter, and I think it was this one. Was it? Yeah, because this was an older one. Okay, yeah. I think this is the page I did this quarter. Otherwise, again, just like the other book, a lot of these were done in the past. A lot of these were actually done at the very beginning of my coloring journey because this was one of the first color by number books I bought. I remember being so inspired to buy this book simply because of Kate's Coloring Haven. I know she loved it. I was obsessed with her channel, by the way. When I first started my like Instagram and YouTube channel, I was obsessed with her, and I was obsessed with Danielle. So just in case you guys were wondering who my first like YouTube channels were that I started watching before I started coloring, those were the 2. Or before I like started my own YouTube. But that is World of Mice. Okay, we have arguably my favorite, Disney Tsum Tsum, and I have done a few in here. Let's see. Done this. Say I did one this month as well that I will try to kind of skip over just because it's this page. But just because I want to save it for next time. But these pages just turn out so nice, and it's so cool to see the double page spreads kind of fully complete. And I feel like I don't really normally have those done just because I like to color in a bunch of different books, but it's really cool to be focusing on like one pixel book. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I definitely, like, as years go on, I definitely want to pick a pixel book each year and focus on it. However, I will say that Lyrica, for some reason, like, and I don't know, this probably is like a Hatchet Heroes thing, Lyrica, which is where I get all my French Disney books, like, all of the pixel books are out of print right now, which is very strange, and I'm kind of a little bit scared that, like, that's going to be the case forever, and, like, they're just discontinuing them, because I would love to complete one of these a year, and I definitely think it's possible, but, like, that means in like 4 years I'd be done with them because I have 4 of them. So I don't know, but that aside, that is Disney Tsum Tsum. And then we have Country Chibis, and honestly, I don't even know. I'm not even sure which pages I've done out of this since I started this. I don't think this is one of them, but I still love it. My red splattered on me, ugh. But I think this might have been one of them. I think this might have been one. It's honestly so hard to remember. This might have been another one. I don't know. I just love the pages in here. Her artwork is absolutely stunning, and I just want to color everything by her. It's always so cute. I think that's it. So yeah, that is Country Chibis. Alrighty, so then we have 50 Safari Miniatures, and honestly, I don't remember at all. Unless I flip to it. Maybe it was this page that the one page I've colored this year. I know it wasn't this one, but I've done some very beautiful pages in this book. And I don't know, like my inspiration to color in here is just kind of not 100% there at the moment. And I think it's just because she has put out a lot more like up my alley kind of coloring books than the Safari. Like while I love the Safari, I am like obsessed with the prehistoric, the woodland. So it's just kind of like she's been making more books and they're all really cute, and it just, I have to prioritize, I guess, what I want to color in. So this one has just not been at the top of the list. So, I mean, I've done a fair amount in here, but there are 50 pages in here, which is kind of like, okay, like if this was like the Alexandra Francis book, it would be like half the book, but it's like 50 pages, you know? So, yeah, those are all of the pages I guess I have done in these books. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just give you guys a cute little sneak peek of all of them. But anyways, yeah, that is it for today's video. This video was a lot longer than I anticipated it being, which I'm actually kind of glad about. But I'm excited to keep you guys updated as the quarters go on this year and see what kind of progress we make in these books. I feel like there are times that I'm like super inspired and I'm like, perfect, let's like color everything in these 5 books specifically. And then other times where I'm like, no, I think I just want to color like anything else. So I don't know, I feel like other people probably have that same thought. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys!